Okay, I think, are we live? We are live. Okay, okay. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to get in here. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Come on in, like the video. We got some things to get into. We have a special guest to talk to. So I hope you guys are prepared and I hope you guys are prepared and ready. Listen, I know it's 10 o'clock at night. I know. Okay. But we gotta make things shake. We gotta make things shake. Y'all know I'm a mother, okay? And I don't know what. Can y'all hear that? I don't know what they doing upstairs, but as long as they leaving me alone, I'm just gonna have to let it rock, okay? But how you guys doing tonight? Make sure you're liking the video. Let me know. Yeah, make sure you guys are liking the video. Let me make sure everything looks good on my end before we get into the things of the things. If you guys have any questions, of course, you're more than welcome to go ahead and put them in the chat. I'm excited. Hey, Shayna girl. I was like, are we doing this too late? Because y'all know I'm usually an afternoon type of girl. Sometimes we do some late night lives, but hey, we are here and we are ready to get into it. Let me go ahead and just make sure. Okay, everything looks good. I thought it was like, girl, I don't know what they started doing up as soon as I pressed the go live button. Here we are. Bam, bam, bam. You know what? Give me 1 second because I don't know what's happening. Okay, we back. We back. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Today we have a special guest from King's Court, season 1, Ariel. So let me go ahead and add her in, cause y'all know we got some things to get into. Okay. Hey, girl. Hey. Let me turn. Oh, girl. Okay, we good. Can I hear you? Let me see. Say something. Can we?
Hello.
Okay, there we go. You said we night owls. We in here. Okay, they in here. They said they in here. They up and they ready to get into some things. Okay, so
Okay.
before we get started with everything, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. My son started school today. So here in Humble, Texas, they started school today. So it was nice seeing how he went. He was excited. And of course, I was by my phone all day today just in case the school was going to call. So I was like, okay, they didn't call. So it was a good day.
How is he adjusting to school?
It's good. So he is in a special education program called Speak,
Okay.
and it's for autism. So he just went to the first grade, and luckily he did well last year to where they promoted him to the first grade. So I was happy about that. I know. So when I was talking to him, I said, "Hey, you start school tomorrow," and he was so excited. And I asked him how his day went. He was like, "I played." I was like, "Okay, good."
Oh, I love that. I love that. So, is it a big adjustment now that he's out the house, or has he always been in like little programs?
Yes, so I've had him in, I guess, daycare since 6 weeks because I'm a full time working mom, and I had to get back to work. So he's
Oh, that's
always been either in school. At one point, he did ABA, which is a therapy for autism. He did that for a year
okay.
before he went into pre K. And then he's been in special education since then.
That's good. You gotta stay on it early. Get on it
Yeah.
early. I have my son is about to be 2 in November and he has
Hmm.
speech delay. He's speech delayed. So he's not fully talking yet. So we got him in
Yeah.
speech therapy now. It's a
Yes.
mess though, because he's still 1 and he don't want to be bothered. He does not want to be
And
bothered.
it's hard.
He opens
Yes.
the door and he tries to run out and everything. And we're like, Carter, you have to stay here.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, so we're working with him. We get in a few words here and there. Everything's a song with him. So we just go with the flow just to make sure,
Yeah.
he try to get them words and them sounds together. So yes, I'm
Yeah.
I'm ready. And I'm like,
I
go ahead.
my son, he started speech therapy at 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
Yeah.
been in speech therapy since he was 1.5, and now he's 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Is he still in it or is he good now?
No, the school provides speech therapy for him, so he's
Okay.
still doing it, and occupational therapy on top of the autism program.
Oh, perfect. See,
Mhm.
yeah, we might have to talk a little bit later. Okay, there's a little bit later. Okay.
Yes, for sure.
So I was looking at your profile, girl. The body. What are you bodybuilding? What's going on over there now? I was like, I didn't see all of this. The, this explains a lot. Like,
Listen,
girl.
I am a professional bodybuilder, which is funny, but I'm in my 3rd year of it. And I actually love it because, when you're a mom, a lot of stuff is revolved around your kid.
Yeah.
So I got into it from a coworker, and I ended up liking it, and I did well. And I was like, I have something to work towards, and it's a purpose, and it's something for me.
Yeah.
And I actually really enjoy how my body transforms. And when you go on stage, you just put everything on stage. It's really kind of hard to get up there and get judged on your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
But you work so hard for it, so I enjoy it.
Girl, I was like, hold on now. They ain't telling. I don't think they told us that you was into bodybuilding, did they?
No, but coming up, y'all gonna see a little bit of it.
A little bit.
Um, yes, they're gonna highlight it a little bit more about the bodybuilding. What's funny is, of course, I shouldn't read comments, right? But the comments that I do see, people are like, "Oh, she looks muscular," or he likes fit
Strong
women
women.
or
Yeah.
muscular women
I know
because
I said that a few
Denitra.
times too.
Yes, so the girl Denitra who came in with the cosplay. Do you
Mm-hmm.
remember that episode when she came in the ring? She had the cosplay thing on, and they were talking about she's muscular, but she's a bodybuilder too. They didn't
Okay.
mention it on the show, but we both were bodybuilders on the show.
Oh, well, that's good. You know what? I don't know any female bodybuilders, and I barely see any. So I was just like, when I went to your page, I was not expecting that. I said, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know she had all that going on." So I am definitely excited to go ahead and get into the other things. Before we move forward, is there anything else you want us to know about you before we start talking about the show?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. So my profession, I actually am a doctor. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, right? So I have a doctorate. I've had it for almost 15 years now. And I think the perception, which is weird, that a lot of people think that you can't be like pretty and smart. It's like you just are one or the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to tell people like, no, I'm actually very educated. I have a doctorate. I have an MBA. I have a bachelor's in kinesiology. So your girl is degreed. Just got a pretty face.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Let them know, okay? Because I caught the little shade when you say she ain't delivering nobody's baby, okay?
Look, and
She's
that
a
was like
pediatrician.
light shade. I was just stating the obvious because the pediatrician not delivering no babies. So
Right.
when Carlos was like, "Oh yeah, she's late because she had delivered a baby," I was like, "She's
You
a
playing
pediatrician."
doing too much, doing way too
Doing
much.
fine.
Well, I know that's right. Physical therapy. That's why Thaddius wants you so you can go over there and rub on his muscles. That's all that's about.
Right?
Okay. Okay. So we are about to get into the show, you guys. If you are just now coming in, go ahead and like the video. We are talking to Ariel from King's Court. Okay. If you have any questions or anything you want to know, go ahead, put it in the comments. And if we get to it, we get to it. If not, charge it to the stream and not to my heart. Okay. It's not on purpose. Now, so how did you end up on this show?
So backstory a little bit. I was engaged, and I ended up calling off my wedding because it just didn't work. It wasn't a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. He wasn't my husband. After like some more time with him, I just was like, this is not going to be like my future. So the next day, I got the opportunity to interview for the show, and
Time
I was
out.
like, wow.
Wait a minute. You mean like after you called off your engagement, you got a call to be on the show?
To
You
interview,
know
yeah.
something? That's how I met my husband. The day I caught my ex-boyfriend cheating on me, My husband slid in my DMs and
Wow.
ended up talking to him the same very day.
Yes. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not? I don't have anything to lose. I'm single.
Mm-hmm.
Why not try to see if I can actually wanted to see if I could connect with someone on the show.
Yeah.
So I was interested to see of how they portrayed it. Like it would be professional women. You would see if you have an opportunity to connect with someone on the show. And I was like, that sounds interesting. Why not?
Okay. So they didn't tell you that you was going to be living in a house with a bunch of women. They didn't tell you that you were going to be competing over 3 different men. Did they tell you that they were celebrities?
Yes, they told us that part. So they kept it very hush hush. It was
Okay.
like, hey, this is a show about professional women connecting with 3 celebrities.
And you said, sure, why not?
I said, sure. Why not? I'm single. I'm back. Look, I'm ready to mingle, okay?
So when the women started seeing groups of women coming in, everyone was really still in shock. Like, I know you effing lied.
Did not know.
Oh
We
my
didn't know
goodness.
how many groups of women were coming in. We didn't know. I didn't know that we were the second group of women. So when we arrived to the scene, everything, that's when we saw them. Yeah.
Wow.
We had no idea.
They didn't give you a heads up, nothing?
Until that scene. No.
That's messed up. And then they had y'all all sleeping in them same rooms together. Like, I don't even know these women. I kept saying, they keep adding women to this house. Where are they sleeping at? Because did y'all, how many rooms was it for y'all? Because, like, this too much.
Listen, it was like, I've never been to camp, but I've seen movies about camp. It was like camp with bunk beds, right? Or them little twin beds.
Yeah.
In a big room. So it was like 12 beds in each room. And it was 2 rooms. Yeah. So I felt like I was at summer camp with grown women. That's what it felt like.
So was it really catty?
No. It was very peaceful in the rooms.
It wasn't until y'all got outside around the men, I should say.
We got around the men.
That's when it got catty. Huh?
The claws came out, okay?
Everybody, listen, the women were really, you know, how did you feel? Let me ask you this. How did you feel once you realized that you were like basically kind of like competing for a man?
Yeah, I think I had to do a lot of self-talk. Mm-hmm. Because one, you're like checking your emotional maturity because you're like, I'm interested in this person, but then I also have to see him date other people. Mm-hmm. But I know that's the concept of the show, right? But no matter what people say, like, you signed up for this, it's still hard when you're in it when you start to like the person. Because right. No one wants to see someone they like somebody else. Mm-hmm. So that part was hard, and I kept having to check myself. I was like, girl, just keep it cool, you know. And that's why when you see me on the show, I'm very chill. Like, you don't see me riled up a lot because I was like, oh, you want to talk to her? Cool. I'm going to go over here.
Because I would have been, look, I don't know. I'm clingy, but like once you're my man, you're my man.
Look, you sound like Felicia.
Yes, and I'm low-key delusional too. So like, you can't tell me. I'm definitely sounding like Felicia at this point, okay?
Felicia said, my man.
Immediately and sent Sahara into a whole fit, okay, homegirl. I was like, why is she so mad about her just saying that's my man? Even when I watched it, I was like, girl, it's not that serious.
No, I don't know what that part was about. To this day, I still don't know why my man triggered her so much about that. Out of all the things, you know, Felicia kissing Tyson, Felicia, you know, hugging Tyson.
That's what I said.
Why did my man?
You know, it could be, now that I think about it and we talking about it out loud, it could be because after witnessing so much of that stuff, it kind of became real in her head when she said it out loud. Mm. You know, like sometimes you don't think of it until like somebody say something and you think about all the things that you witnessed and you like, hold on, is that her
man? Right.
Maybe.
And why?
That part. Okay. So when you meet the kings, okay, who caught your eye first?
Tyson.
Of course, that damn Tyson. That
You
daggone
know,
Tyson.
he is a fine specimen.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
is just as handsome on the show as in person. He is a fine man.
He really
Yeah.
is. I'm 30. I'm about to be 36 in September. So I'm young, younger than him. So when
Hmm.
I was like young, he was like in his prime. And
Yes.
I was just like, ooh, who is this guy? Who is this man? I remember seeing him in the Aaliyah video on a motorcycle. Was it the Aaliyah video on a motorcycle? I'm like, oh, who is this man? So
Yeah.
watching him on his show, I'm like, he should have stayed off the show. Should have stayed off the show.
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now, do you feel like you probably should have started? Are you thankful that you didn't pursue something with him, or do you feel like
Yeah.
maybe you should have probably?
No.
So
I'm
what
so
we're
glad.
seeing is what we're getting.
Yes, I am so glad that when me connecting with Thaddius was my choice because I didn't realize I actually really enjoyed conversations with Tyson at first
Mm-hmm.
until I saw his behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I did not go down that route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It feels like sometimes when he starts to get a little bit too close to the person, then he starts to immediately like pull back or like.
It does
Mm-hmm.
seem like that
Mm-hmm.
because when I was viewing it, I didn't spend a lot of time with the women he dated outside of Felicia and Sarah. So I wasn't around to see how he interacted with everyone. Like I saw him I just saw him as a playboy. So I really didn't entertain what he would think he was doing. But when I saw on a show of he did get close to what's her name? Brickell. Then
Yeah.
sent her, he got close to Liliana, then sent her home, and then now he got close to Sarah,
And he
put her up
almost
for
sent her home.
elimination. I was like, maybe that is one of his defense mechanisms to really cut off that tie when they're
Mm-hmm.
getting too close to him.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what it seems like. So I'm just saying here, like, what? Why does every time he get close to someone or it starts to feel like it's becoming real, he
Mm-hmm.
just throws them away? So I'm like, now a part of me wanted to believe that this was for entertainment purposes only, but to find out that he was really in here moving like this is crazy.
Yeah. No, and then let me tell you, you know how people think reality TV is scripted.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that happened.
Right.
Like our conversations, our emotions, our reactions, everything just happened organically. Like
Yeah.
nothing was fake.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we saw when you started to get into I guess like build a connection with Thaddius.
Yes.
You came in when he was having a real strong connection with Dr. Shawanda.
Yes.
How did you feel about his connection with her when you entered the house?
When I first came in to that first scene, this is when I noticed it. So when we came in for our scene with the basketball thing, and we went up to mingle with them, and Shawana was very in the mix, right? And I was like, oh, this must be his connect, right? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is the person who he's been connecting with before we got here. So I can tell by his behavior because the girls were so territorial when we got there. Oh my
Of
gosh,
course.
they were salty. And they were real in their feelings about us mingling with them. I said, well, damn, y'all just met them. Why y'all in y'all feelings like that? But yeah, I already pegged Shawana
Uh-huh.
then. So when he picked us to go on a date, I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting of us, how we gonna interact.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see if they was real booed up. But when we went on our date, it wasn't like that. Me and Thaddius connected more.
Right.
And then I think that's when it shifted for Shawana a bit.
Yeah.
Was she was seeing that he was connecting with me. And honestly, when Shawana started to back off, I asked her, I was like, girl, because I like her. I was like, girl, why are you backing off? Why aren't you trying to get to know him more? And she was like, because, he's showing interest elsewhere. And I was like, I want you to still try. And I told her, I said, I want you to still try. I don't want you to leave because I like her.
Yeah.
But ultimately, she ended up leaving. But to this day, me and her still talking. I was like, girl, I wish you would have stayed on that show with me.
Shout out to Dr. Shawanda. A lot of people was upset when he
Yes.
sent Dr. Shawanda home. But I try to tell people that if a man doesn't choose you, he doesn't choose you. If you have to work overtime to make him notice you, then no. When she started to pull back and he didn't go and really, pull her back in, it showed right there that, it wasn't mutual. The
Yeah.
the assertiveness that she was giving him, he wasn't going to give her in return. And sometimes in relationship, you both need to be just as possessive over each other. If I don't know if that's
But
the right word, you know what I mean.
it could have been hard with her too, because if you think about somebody criticizing how you're being, like
Mm-hmm.
when he did call her aggressive, but then they had the conversation, that still sits with you.
Mm-hmm.
So then you kind of moving differently than you would normally move. So now you're questioning how you're moving because you don't want to come off as aggressive, right?
Yeah.
So now she kind of like simmered it down, and he's like, "Why you stop?" And she's like, "Bro, you just told me I was aggressive, so
Mm-hmm.
now I kind of altered how I was moving with you, and now you don't like that either." So it's kind
Yeah.
of hard when you get in your head, like, I don't know how to move with you because you critique this one,
Yeah.
and now you're critiquing this.
And that leaves me to ask you. So in the last episode when we were watching, a lot of the ladies seemed to feel like you were now the Dr. Shawanda over Thaddius.
Yeah. No, let me tell you, I was attached to the hip. Okay? I was. Look, when you saw Thaddius, you saw Ariel. Okay? And it wasn't. It wasn't even like it was one sided. As much as I was seeking Thaddeus, he was seeking me.
Okay.
And we always end up together.
Okay.
And you don't see a lot of the scenes, but we were always booed up. Like,
That's why they
always.
was mad. That's why they said you got a clause in it. We can't get no time. He not giving us no. I'm like, well, y'all, he not complaining.
No,
And that's
he
one
was
thing that
very.
I learned, that if a man don't want you around, baby, you won't be around. If he want to go entertain somebody else, he will find a way to go entertain somebody else. That's for sure. That is.
And if he wants you around, he gonna be right up under you, which he was.
Is that part of? Would that be part of the reason why you kind of like got really upset when he said that he was making a list?
Yes. One, when Tyson put that list up, I thought it was the stupidest thing. And I was very vocal about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was obnoxious, and I thought it was objective, like it objectified women, and I thought it was inorganic.
Yeah.
And I would joke about it with Carlos and Thaddeus, and we joked about it.
Yeah.
Like when y'all saw that scene of us laughing with Sarah about her time, like we legit was laughing at people having to sign up on this list. So when Thaddeus decides to like, hey, I'm doing a list too, I was just like, so what you trying to be like Tyson now? Like you trying to be a playboy too? So that's why I was like, why are you trying to switch it up? What's the goal?
Yeah.
And he didn't like that I said that. I was like, boy, I'm not gonna sign up for your list. So if that's the only way I'm gonna spend time with you, we're not gonna spend time together.
Period.
Period.
So when you and Tari. So when you and Tari kind of like had y'all little back and forth. Now, from what I'm looking at, we already saw her kind of get into it with Sarah, right?
Yeah.
Over Tyson. And then now we're kind of like seeing her get into it with you over Thaddius. What do you think? Did we miss anything? Or was that literally just what we saw?
No, I think she's a poker. I think
because she did ask you. She said, "What? Are you intimidated?"
Yeah, are you intimidated? Mm-hmm. Are you this? Are you that? Are you this? And I think she was just trying to poke. And she poked the bear because she got it that day. Like they didn't show all of it, but we were going back and forth for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, one, you're on nobody's radar, right? But me and Thaddeus actually connecting, and because he's trying to switch up, that's why I got an issue. Mm-hmm. But she just wanted to. She always inserted herself, so she was a bit of a instigator to try to get a rise out of you. Mm. Yeah,
and it kind of worked every now and then.
It did, because normally, I don't let people move me, but in that moment, I was just like, girl, I'm so tired of your poking.
Yeah.
So I ended up engaging with her, and I don't take it back, because even when I watched it back, I was like, that wasn't even that bad.
No, it wasn't. Like, that's why I asked, did we miss anything? I was like, are they trying to keep it cute? Because the way Thaddeus pulled you back into the side, I'm like, did we miss anything for all of this to be happening?
No, he made it worse.
And people think
you made it more of a scene than it was.
That's what I feel like.
By pulling me to the side and separating me from the girl.
Because when he started pushing you away, I was like, did we miss something? Are they
No,
taking out something? So
no.
people think that, okay, so people are on the fence when it comes to Thaddius because they feel like he feels like he's perfect or he's coming off as he's trying to be perfect. He like things his way, no other way. He doesn't give the women the space to really just be them, especially when he pulled you to the side because you were going back and forth with her. They did not like that at all because they feel like he was trying to take your voice away and things like that.
Yeah.
In the moment, did you feel like that as well?
Yes, because I actually made, when I did my commentary around that scene, that was actually one of the things I pointed out was I felt like in that moment he addressed the whole list thing in front of a group, right?
Right,
He made a big old announcement and said, "Hey, Carlos, hey guys, we're doing a list,"
right.
right? So when I decided to respond in front of that same group, it was a problem. And I was just like, well, why do you want me to speak to you in private about this when you brought it up in a public forum? I didn't get that part. I was like, I guess for him, how he explained it was like he doesn't want his woman to, I guess, speak out like that in front of others and just talk in private. Which is the opposite of what he did, right? Because he didn't bring it to me in private. He didn't tell me about that in private. He said it in front of everybody. And
Right.
he knew he was talking to me. And then what made it worse was when we were having the conversation, he was like, oh, that was
This
a
was a
test.
test. What exactly was
Listen,
the test? Did you
fail.
find out what the test was for real?
I'm going to fail every test. Any man that try to test me, I'm going to fail. Give me an F now. Because don't test me. Because what you're looking for, you're going to get. So if that was your test to see how I was going to react, one, I thought I reacted just fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I went out of character or anything.
Yeah.
And I think anyone who cares about someone
We'll
and you've
have the
been
same
connecting,
reaction.
and then you say, "Hey, I'm going to open up a list to date other people," I'm like, dang, that's like a slap in my face. Why are you trying to be like Tyson?
Yeah. Do you think
Yeah,
that was like? Do you think that kind of made him feel away when you say he's trying to be like Tyson?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it changed
That
because when
probably
I
struck
said,
the nerve right there. That's what it was. That's why he. That's what made him upset that you brought it to everybody's attention because
yeah,
if you probably didn't say that little piece, he probably would have been like, "Oh, she just in her feels."
mm-hmm.
But that
Yeah,
that right there. So did he ever make a list?
no,
Okay, because I was like, so is there a list or is there not a list? I'm still.
there is not. There was not a list. Okay.
Okay, so dang, I just lost my thought. Hold on, let me look at my notes. I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, so now that, how did you feel when you found out that you was in the elimination mixer dinner?
Oh my gosh, I was so like I had mixed feelings. I was like upset and sad and blindsided at the same time because throughout the whole day it was fine. We were interacting, we were talking, we were hanging out, and then all of a sudden I'm at this elimination dinner, and I was like, "Damn, bro, you can give me a heads up, like some indication?" Because I asked, I said, "Are we cool?"
Quick question, real quick. Are the men living in the house as well?
Yes.
Okay. So he had opportunity to bring it to you and let you know. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Now you see what
Okay,
I'm talking
right.
about,
I'm here.
right? So we're hanging out, we're cool all day, nothing, no indication. And then at the end of the night, oh, you're invited to an elimination dinner. I was like, me? Cool, cool. And I was like, I'll just get dressed, I'll show up. And anyone who knows me, like, my face was still the whole time.
Do you feel like this, him bringing you to the elimination dinner? Do you feel like this was a test as well?
I think it was a power move to
Mm.
show me that, like, hey, if you step out of line, just know I can send you home.
That's
That's how I see it.
exactly what somebody just said in the comments. Sandra just said they use elimination to put women back in their places. Did you feel like that during the show?
I think he used it in that moment and for that.
Yeah, to let you know, like, don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. How did you feel?
I
Are
was
you just
not.
now realizing that, or did you,
Yeah,
did you realize that in a moment?
No, in the moment I thought like legit maybe he was eliminating me because
Mm-hmm.
I spoke up. That's how
Okay.
I took it in the moment. I was like, oh, so because I have a voice, you want to eliminate me.
Right. But now
That's
looking
how.
back at it, now you could see it for what it was.
Yes.
How do you feel about that now?
I am not surprised by my subsequent interactions with him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can't get too deep into everything because we still got a
Mm-hmm.
couple more episodes to go to see how everything plays out, and then we could bring you back
Yeah.
and we could really get into some things, you know.
Yeah.
um. So if he would have eliminated, okay. So you thought you were going to get eliminated, or did you
Mm-hmm.
feel like, he just
No,
won?
no, no. I thought I packed my bags.
Okay.
I thought I was going home.
And you had made peace with that. Did you have a speech that you was going to tell him about himself? Like, you just
No,
don't like for nobody. You were just going to walk
no.
away cute.
Listen, I wasn't gonna pull a Liliana. I was like, I'm just gonna leave cool
Mm-hmm.
and keep it classy. That
Yeah.
was it.
Uh,
Yeah.
wow. So,
Mm-hmm.
but when he, so, okay, we can't really get into it because we're here now. So when he ended up leaving you, did you feel relieved? Did you feel an energy shift between the two of you? Or did we like pick up
So
exactly where we left off?
let me see. Afterwards, I was still in my feelings
Mm-hmm.
because I was still trying to process being invited.
Yeah.
You know, because I was like, dang, you was really finna send me home over this little dispute that we had.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we had a good connection. Like when I say me and him were like vibing hard,
Yeah.
like we always together. And I was like, damn. So maybe I'm tripping because I thought we were better than that. You know,
Yeah.
for you to invite me here.
And now looking, it's like, really, like, you put me in elimination over a disagreement that I basically kind of had with somebody else at that. Like,
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah. I
yeah.
totally get it.
And me looking at it now, and I was
Yeah.
like, this scene wasn't even like what it was
Yeah.
for the reaction that he had.
Right.
It wasn't. It wasn't that much. It didn't warrant the reaction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why people are on the fence when it comes to Thaddeus. Like, I think he's, from what I'm seeing, the better of all the men there. For the
Mm-hmm.
most part, I think he comes off very emotionally mature. And I always
Yeah.
tell the people are like, oh, he feels like he's perfect. I'm like, I feel like this man has done a lot of work on himself to become the
Mm-hmm.
person he is because of what he's been through in his life. So, cut him some slack, give him some grace.
Yeah.
So I am gonna ask, what do you feel? How do you feel about Carlos, Tyson? Do you feel like they're actually doing this process the way it's supposed to be done, or do you feel like, are they serious? Maybe
Yeah.
not. What do you think?
You know, the funny part is when I met Carlos and he already, by the time he came in, he already connected with Janae. So he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't giving nobody no play,
Mm-hmm.
right? He wasn't trying to get to know nobody else. Like he was serious about Janae. And I was like, at first, I was like, damn, that's not what this process was supposed to be. It was supposed to
Yeah.
be you trying to connect with multiple people. But then as I connected with Thaddeus, I was like, I wish Thaddeus would do what Carlos is doing.
Cut
Like I wanted
everybody
him,
else off.
yes, I wanted him to just focus on me, like how Carlos was doing with Janae.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. So I got like envious. I was like, damn, why we can't be like Carlos and Janae and just be us?
Yeah.
But then I had to think about it like, well, then it's still so many other women, so that's not fair, you know. So, but
And
on the
and
truth, I wish
also,
it
how
would
do
just be.
you really know that he's even like? I would rather, in my opinion, you get to know other women and choose me than just be
Yeah.
stuck on me and never even get the chance to know if there's anyone else. Because, like, did you really choose me or not, or did we
Right.
just lock in?
Yes. Yes.
So I
I
think
get that.
I think the way Thaddeus is doing it seems to be the proper way for the most part, because it's not fair, for one, like you said, to all the other women who are coming in, and it's okay to
Mm-hmm.
entertain them and see if they're fit. If they're not a fit, then move on, and then go to what's comfortable. So I can understand why he's moving the way he's moving.
Yeah.
But,
And he was really trying to take the process serious. Like
yeah.
Thaddeus, he was like, I'm taking this process serious. I'm taking this serious. Carlos was, here's the thing. If you think about it, Carlos, Thaddeus, and Tyson, right? Maybe Carlos and just Thaddeus. decided to come on the show to see if they can find a connection, a love. Carlos found that.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos found that in Janae.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, he came on the show and found what he was looking for.
I
So I
said
can't
since episode like 2,
oh,
just go home already.
that
Y'all
part.
wasting
We said,
everybody's time.
we said that all the time. It was like, hey, y'all are happy. Why don't y'all just leave the show and give us another man? Like, why can't we have another king in here?
Give us
And
another.
y'all go home
Not you
happy.
looking for another man.
Look, I gotta keep my options open too, okay?
Period. Because I did see at one point when you realized that I did no that was no that wasn't you. That was you. I was about to say I did that Tyson that I'm thinking about Tyson and all his girls because they try to move around a little bit and it just
Yeah.
wasn't attack on Tyson. I want to break his neck so bad. Okay. But overall, so far in this, okay, overall so far in the season, how do you feel everything is going? How do you feel about the comments you're seeing, how you're being portrayed? Is there anything that you want to clear up about yourself that you feel like people are misunderstanding?
So funny, I felt like a lot of the commentary at first was all superficial about
Mm-hmm.
how I look, right? So either it was about the mesh pants that I wore, which I was going jet skiing. So I had a bathing suit on with mesh pants. That's how I
Okay.
go to the pool. That's how I go to the beach. That's what I wear. So I thought that was funny that people were so stuck on the mesh pants. The other part is so many people talking about my hair. Okay, I am natural, right?
Okay.
And I put in those crochets because who knows what we were gonna be doing? Who knows how long I was gonna be there? And I was like, I actually like my hair. So when I see a lot of comments about what's that hair? What's that wig? I was like, it's not a wig. It's crochets,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm natural.
Uh-huh.
So that was my hairdo for whatever experience I was going to experience.
Right.
But I normally do blonde.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that part, and then the other part I told you about the beauty and brains. Like,
Yeah.
why can't they be together? Why does it have to be separate? Like, I see some commentary about like, oh, we hope he chooses Kalia because they'll connect mentally. I was like, um,
Why do you think
ma'am,
we're not? Yeah.
I'm educated as well. I'm just
Yeah.
not, he's just not attracted to me physically.
Yeah.
And I think what a lot of people think, but no, we actually connect mentally and we have a lot of things in common. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, the way they edited the show, you don't see a lot of that. You
A
just
lot of
see
in-depth conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't see that. You just see me maybe in like a bikini, like, or I don't know. So I think that perception is really wrong because I'm actually a very established professional woman,
Yeah.
and it's not that happens to be a pro bodybuilder. But no, it's more to me than just looks, and that's not the only reason why he's attracted to me.
Correct. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So overall, do you feel like you like the way you're being portrayed on TV?
I don't mind it. I was
Oh,
really scared to
yeah.
see because you never know
You
how it's gonna
never
be,
know, girl. The,
right?
the people will drag you for days over one
Drag
little
you for,
thing.
and they dragged me for this hair, but I was like, if that's the only thing y'all can talk about, hey, I'll
I'll
take
take
it.
it because I can
I'll
change
take
the
no.
hair.
We can chase that all day,
Yeah.
but
Right.
yeah, I'm liking that it's starting to show our connection
Okay.
of why he's with. Because a lot of people were stuck on Shawana. They were like, Shawana. But that actually did fizzle out because she decided to back off. Shawana decided that, not
Yeah.
Thaddius. Shawana decided to back off and was like, I'm not really feeling someone who's feeling somebody else.
Right.
Because Thaddeus told her he was interested in me and he
Yeah.
felt like he has a connection with me. And she was like, hey, I want you to go pursue that. Like she just said it like a woman. I want you to go pursue that then.
Do you
You know?
think if she would have stayed, do you think that at this point they would have still been what seems like closer?
See, I don't think so because Thaddeus does not want children.
Dr.
And
Shawana wanted children?
he doesn't want any more children.
Right.
Thaddeus.
Dr. Shawana wanted children?
She doesn't have any children. So to have that,
Oh.
they didn't show that conversation on air, but she doesn't have any children.
Okay.
You know, the same thing with Denitra. She doesn't have any children. So like these factors are factors.
Yeah.
Tyson mentions it out loud. Catherine mentions it out loud. Like, hey, I don't want any more kids. Tyson
Mm.
wants kids. So
Yeah.
those were real factors, especially with Thaddius and his decision making.
Yeah.
So the women that still wanted more children, he knows that is not what he's trying to do.
Well, we learned that this episode.
Yeah, that's just not a good fit.
When he told his story about where he came from, had you already known that? Were you in the
Mm-hmm.
room? Or did you
No,
already
I
know?
wasn't in the room, but we talked about that, and he shared that with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, because girl, I was a wreck. I'm
I
already
know.
emotional. I'm
It
already
was
an emotional
actually
wreck.
really hard to see.
Yeah.
I was more taken aback because I wasn't there, but I heard about it.
Yeah.
I was taken aback by, I felt like Tari was a bit confrontational. Like
Yeah, because like if the
with
man says he
him,
doesn't want kids, why do you have to
yeah,
pressure
that's his
him to push him
prerogative.
to
Yeah.
explain why he don't want kids? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone says, "Hey, I made this life choice," like you don't have the right to question me about a choice I made for my life,
Yeah.
and then really poke at it and like, and why, and why, and why. I was like, that was a bit off-putting. I was like,
Yeah.
geez, I'm glad I wasn't there because my face would have been like, girl.
Especially when he already has 3 kids. Like it's not like he doesn't
Yeah.
have anything at no kids at all. Yeah.
And he's 48.
Yeah.
He's 48. He has 3 kids. His sons are in college. He said he don't want to start over.
I know that's right. That's what I should have did. Not start over. My daughter is 13. And I went and started over like a crazy woman.
Oh my gosh.
I be looking at
But
these
you're
kids
young.
like I was
You're
almost
young.
done. Yeah, but I was almost done. My daughter's in the 8th grade. She enters the 8th grade next week. She'll have 4 more years of high school, and then I don't have to take her to school, take her to soccer, take her to cheer, do all the things. And I'm like literally starting all over. By the time she's graduating, my little one will be starting kindergarten.
Oh.
That's crazy. Like a whole
I
nother.
understand.
yeah, yeah. So I definitely get it. Definitely get it. Where did we leave off? Oh, we just was talking about finding out everything that happened with Thaddius and how you overheard about it and everything like that. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into his story because that's his story.
Yeah.
But did that make you feel like more protective or more like over him?
It made me get a bit of more understanding on the way he grew up because he's very open. Like he wrote a book and he's pretty open about the way he grew up. In Florida. He went to that I think it's like a boys' school, and he had a mentor that really helped him become a man. So he did give me that backstory, and I was like, wow, to hear about how someone came up and how successful they are now.
Yeah.
You really just admire that.
Yeah. Did you know him did you recognize him at all when you first saw him?
No.
Girl, me either. I was like, who's this man?
Listen, I didn't know who Carlos was. I didn't know who Thaddius was. I only knew who Tyson was.
Which makes sense. Which is why all the women, as soon as they come in the house, everybody's like, Tyson. Tyson.
Yes.
Like, their eyes go directly to Tyson. And I'm just like, y'all don't want that man. That man ain't serious. He gonna have y'all in here going crazy. As soon as he get close to you, he gonna send you home. Y'all don't want that man at all.
Listen, and I'm not gonna lie, and it's not an exaggeration. That list was full every day.
And the women we're signing up for is crazy. I gotta talk to some of the women that was signing up because what we got going on?
Till 1 a.m. I think the only break he took was lunch. I think 12 to 1 was a break.
Couldn't be me. Only because I mean I get it, right? I get it, but like you're not gonna put me on a time schedule on how much time I can spend with you. And it's like Tyson, you don't have to entertain every woman. You can literally get you don't have to talk to everybody. And ultimately that is kind of like how it's gonna end up being. He's gonna end up doing the most eliminations because it's from what it seems like as of right now, Thaddius and Carlos are kind of have a small circle. And Tyson has like this big circle where it's like you're going to have to start narrowing at least down to maybe 2 or 3 because the way everything's going now, we can't have a whole house full of women in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. How long was this process?
Huh?
How long was the process?
About a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, so I'm excited for the next couple of episodes.
Thank
I'm
you.
really enjoying the show a lot. Did you
Okay,
watch
good.
Queen's Court
I did. I watched both seasons. I love Queen's
before or
Court.
after?
Before.
So when you got here and you was like, "Oh snap, this is like Queen's Court, like we doing
Yes.
this?"
Because
Okay,
they did not tell us the name of the show until we got there.
but thank
So we
God you
had no
wasn't put on
idea
Ready
the
to
name.
Love.
Yeah. Yeah. We had no idea. I was like, what is this show? Like we kind of just had the overview, but that was it. It was very hush hush.
Oh goodness. Okay, so once you realized, oh, we doing this, you understood the format, you kind of got a idea of how everything was going to go down for the most part.
After the women kept coming in, I said, "Oh, this is what this is doing."
Yeah,
I didn't know. I was like, "There's more women? How many women is it gonna be?" And we didn't know when the women were coming. It was all surprises. So
yeah.
like, if you saw like the last one, the matchmaker one, we had no idea. So when they were like, "Oh, matchmaker," that was our real facial expression. It was like, "Oh, okay, so y'all got them a perfect match."
Uh, so they was really doing their big ones.
Right. I was like, so
They was really
they
provoking
get
the
a hand
emotions.
up on us
Do you
because
think
they're
that
good on paper.
Janae kind of overreacted?
Uh, I think the way that Janae explained how she handles things like that makes sense of why she
Right.
reacted that way.
Okay.
She's super self aware of what she's doing.
Mhm.
So I appreciate that about her. She was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I do check out a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I do get a little bit insecure.
Mhm.
Hey," like she's telling him, and I love how they can have these transparent
Conversations. Yeah.
conversations about how she's feeling and how he's feeling.
Mhm.
And Carlos does such a good job of reassuring her and reaffirming her. And was like,
Mm.
our connection is strong. No, I'm into you. I just loved it.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Hey, like we said, can we get a new king? Cause y'all playing games with us.
Okay.
Okay, we're about to wrap this up. So, any last final words? Let the people know where they can find you at. If you want to
Yeah.
be found. Any upcoming things you have going on? Go ahead, do all your spill.
Um, yes, so I am based out of Houston. I am a physical therapist. I love my profession. I love helping people. I am a mom of a 6-year-old wonderful boy that happens to have autism, and he's just so special, like so intelligent, so loving. God bless me with him. Um, and then I am a professional bodybuilder. So if you guys are into the bodybuilding, I really love that a lot of moms
Mhm,
are in bodybuilding. It's a way for you to keep focus and discipline and have something for yourself.
mhm.
So I'm a big advocate for fitness and wellness, especially for moms. So I love that. I can be found on IG. I am Ari Danae,
Mhm.
and it just shows. I'll have some bodybuilding workouts on there. It'll have some stuff about my son. So it's pretty a wide range of things that I show on my social media.
Okay. All right, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate you so much for coming and talking to me and hanging out with me. We gotta do this again because
Yeah.
we gotta get to the end of the season and see what's going on. And then, maybe we could talk to some more of the other girls, get a feel for
Yeah.
everything, things like that. Because I don't feel, for the most part, I feel like there's not any particular girl that rubbed me wrong to the point where it's like the women got beef, because some shows the women be having beef, okay?
Right. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so we're definitely gonna come back. We're definitely gonna talk about how everything plays out, whether good or
Yes.
bad, we'll have to see.
Because let me tell you, it is picking up. Like now that, they had the elimination dinner, you're going to start to see more of the connections and you're going to start to see more of the cattiness because now people are going to be in their feelings, right?
Mm.
Now we're spending more time with the guys. Now we're liking them more and the claws are coming out a bit more. Some women are really crashing out. Like,
Oh, so we really gonna have some things to get into later.
yes, girl. And let me tell you, I love your recap. So
Oh, thank you.
I wanted to see what people thought about the show. So
Yeah.
I was watching a lot of the recaps, but I love yours. I
Oh,
feel
thank
like you
you.
do such a great job of doing a full overview
Yeah.
and you don't come off biased. Like you come off very objective, but then you have your personality on it. I love it.
Oh, thank you
Okay.
so much. I appreciate that so much. I try my best to stay,
Yes.
unbiased and just point out what we are watching and how I feel about it
Yes.
in the moment. So yes, thank you. I
I love it.
appreciate that.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, we're gonna jump up off of here. I can't wait to do this again. Tell the ladies I
Yes.
said hey, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.